And a good Monday to everybody, the 7th of November 2022. Thanks for clicking play and checking out all the weather with me. My name is Jewel, and this is the Weather Channel of J7409. We're going to check out the tropics. That's a big deal right now for many. We're going to also check out the general weather for the lower 48. Lots of snow going on out west. And for everybody all over the lower 48, just about, if you like the cold weather, well, your wish is going to come true. Let's get going with the tropics. Before we get to Nicole, we still do have disturbance number 1 over here. It's well-defined area of a low pressure. It's around 650 miles east of Bermuda. It's going to continue to produce gale force winds, but the associated shower and thunderstorm activity remains displaced to the east of the low center. That's all because of the strong upper level winds, and these conditions look like they will remain very unfavorable for any development today, but may briefly, just briefly, become favorable tomorrow, Tuesday, and a very short-lived tropical storm. It still could form as this system begins to move northward and then northeastward at about 10 miles per hour. Then it looks like this low is going to merge with a cold front by the middle part of this week, and it's going to go on out to sea, okay? So in 2 days 60, 5 days 60. Nicole, everybody wants to know about Nicole. Well, this is from the National Hurricane Center. As you can see, it's subtropical storm Nicole. Now, they have sustained winds at 45 miles per hour, but they're really 46. And it does have wind gusts right now of 58 miles per hour. So, looking like it could keep on gaining some strength. Now, the barometric pressure, 1,002 millibars. It's really 29.65. And right now it's located around 489 miles north-northwest of San Juan, Puerto Rico. We do have a tropical storm watch that's up now in effect for the northwestern Bahamas. Please check out all the watches and warnings. I'll keep it up to date over on the community page, and over there I have the winter weather advisories as well as high wind warnings. Some winds today and tonight could get up to 100 miles per hour out west, so please be aware of that. Now, taking a look at the satellite, here we have Nicole right here. And it don't look like a whole lot of nothing, does it? Well, this thing is forming right now, people. Okay, it's forming right now, and the hurricane hunters are out this morning checking it out. Now, over here we have some more tropical waves that are going to be coming through, okay? We have a little bit of dry dust, a little bit of shear wind up in this area, but not a whole lot, not a lot, okay? So, right in here, we got to watch this. This is what's going to grow, and for right now, it looks like a intensity forecast is going to bring Nicole close to hurricane strength in around 60 to 72 hours. So everyone in Florida that was affected by Ian, maybe some of you are trying to get tarps up on your structures now, please try to rush to get that done. Now, this storm is not going to be anything in the intensity that Ian was, but it is going to have some wind and it is going to have some rain, and you don't need any more further damage to what you're trying to do right now. So if there's anything you can do to prepare for this, please go ahead and do it, okay? Now, I said it could come to close to hurricane strength in around 60 to 72 hours. That's because it's moving near the northwestern Bahamas and approaches the east coast of Florida. Now, which is in line with the HCCA consensus aid. Now, it's not out of the question for Nicole to reach hurricane strength, especially given how warm the waters are in the vicinity of the Bahamas. Now, it should be stressed, no matter Nicole's ultimate intensity, the storm is going to be of a large size, and it's going to cause significant wind, storm surge, and rainfall impacts over a large portion of the northwestern Bahamas and Florida and the southeastern coast of the United States during much of this upcoming week. Okay, now it looks like Nicole could be, like I said, near or hurricane strength when it moves near the northwestern Bahamas and the east coast of Florida Wednesday and Thursday. And that's going to bring dangerous storm surge, damaging winds, heavy rain, and all that stuff to those areas. And once again, we do have a tropical storm watch up right now in effect for the northwestern Bahamas. And additional watches are probably going to be required for portions of the other portions of the Bahamas and the coast of Florida later today. Right now, you got to remember how this can change. Right now, folks, this is looking like top winds are going to be 70 to 80 miles per hour when it makes landfall. So you use your own judgment. I'm not telling anybody what to do, but if it was me and I had a high-end tropical storm or a Category 1 coming to my areas, I would prepare. Looking at the National Hurricane Center's tracking map, here we go right now. Tropical storm. It doesn't have any changes to it, but it does have that very good chance of intensifying right now. I'm not saying that it's going to, but I'm just telling you folks, it does have a good chance of that happening. And you can see everywhere in yellow in the northern sections of the Bahamas, you are under a tropical storm watch. I always like to go by the TVCN model as a tracking model in the early stages of these systems because it's usually 99.9% right. Well, this is what it's looking like as of today, right now, coming up just a little bit north of West Palm Beach, moving across these areas and moving up. Now, I found something very amusing. The official forecast from the National Hurricane Center is exactly the same thing. They are using it too, just about the same thing. Maybe a few little deviations here and there, but this is what it's looking like. It's going to come on up and go somewhere around west of Savannah, coming on up. Charleston, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and eastern North Carolina. We're going to have to wait until at least Wednesday to have a good handle on what we may receive. I think we will get some rain. I think we will get some gusty winds. I think it will be windy, but nothing that we're not used to right now. That's what I'm thinking now. I might change my mind. Taking a look at the Euro tracking map for Nicole. Here we are today. They've got 45 mile per hour winds. They are up there to 46 with those 50 some mile per hour wind gusts, folks. Okay. Tomorrow the Euro's got it at 57 miles per hour. And then it gets to sun for third, and then Friday then per hour. So just going to have to wait and see. It can go down. It can go up. I'm just telling everybody. Florida coast. You need to prepare, and as you move on up here, you can see right in this area here, everybody's in the cone. This is the Euro tracking model, okay? Now, we've looked at the TVCN and the National Hurricane Model. Pretty similar. So, yeah, this thing is coming. A little earlier I said, everybody who likes cold weather, get right. Well, get right. Look at all this cold. C-O-L-D. Now, this is the 12th of November through the 16th of November. Once we get rid of this tropical weather, it's going to get cold. My goodness. And this deep, dark blue for parts of Michigan, going all the way down into Tennessee and northern Mississippi, a little bit of northern Georgia, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, North and South Dakota, Minnesota, moving over into Montana and Wyoming over there. You guys are going to be 90% below what your normal temperature should be for this time of the year. Now that's cold. I'm trying to let you guys know this is coming. And the whole lower 48, with the exception, now get this, for Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and just a little bit of Long Island in the mid to eastern sections of Long Island. You guys should be pretty normal for this time of the year. Also, right down here in the mid latitudes of Florida should be normal. Only going to be a little warmer than usual in the southern sections of Florida. Everybody else up here, you're going to have a big old cool down, okay? So go ahead, get right. It's coming. And here is the GFS NAM map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits as I turn it on. You know, in contrast to the calm in the east, we got all this unsettled weather that's going to continue across the rest. And it looks like we do have a slight risk of some excessive rainfall in the affected portions for southwestern California coming up tomorrow, where flash flooding could occur. Now, especially near the steep terrain, while this low pressure remains along the coast, a series of cold fronts will move across the western U.S. and cause widespread winter weather at mid and high elevations. Now, heavy mountain snow is expected at the higher elevations in the western mountains each day. We got a strong cold front. I've showed you all that cold that's coming. Well, it's going to push out of the west into the northern and central plains Tuesday into Wednesday and spread more winter weather into the plains. Now, ahead of this front, it's going to be breezy. It's going to be dry, and that's going to result in elevated fire weather for portions of the Dakotas and Nebraska for today. Temperatures are going to drop in the west behind the cold fronts. They're going to drop everywhere, well below normal temperatures, as I showed you. Coming up next week, it is going to get cold. Before that happens, well, over on the East Coast, we're going to stay warm, okay? The East Coast can have highs in the 60s to lower 80s, okay? But it's going to change. Now, the tropical system, it looks like once again it's going to approach the southeast from the Atlantic and could impact Florida and portions of the southeast later this week. It not only could, it looks like right now, and if something drastic don't change, it's going to. So once again, if you do live in any of these areas in Florida on the map looking like where it's going to go, do prepare for it. If you don't need it and it's not a big deal, yay, that's wonderful. But just have it ready. I know power outages will happen. So, go ahead and get your things together. And if you are trying to put tarps on roofs or anything like that, try to go ahead and get that done by lunchtime tomorrow. That would be a good thing. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I thank you for everything you do for me. Everything. Please share this information with your friends, your family, and on your social media to help me keep people aware and safe. I would appreciate that so very much. And may each of you have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the J7409 Weather Ensemble in the bottom right-hand corner. Click that bell and check off all to make sure that you get all my latest reports. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Thanks for watching.